Lesson 10.3, Area of a Triangle. In today's lesson, we're going to discuss how we can find the area of triangles. Let's go ahead and get started. In this particular problem, a triangle has been drawn, and they have labeled the height at 79 feet and the base at 190 feet. In order to find the area of a triangle, I need to know the following formula. Area equals 1/2 times base times height. And what you're going to do is once you have that formula, you're going to plug in the information that they've given you. So in this case, area equals 1/2. My base is 190. And my height is 79. And then I'm going to go ahead and solve. So off to the side is where I'm going to do my doodle math and solve 190 times 79. So 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 8 is 17. I'm then going to go ahead and multiply the 7. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 6 is 13. I'm then going to add these together. So now I have 15,010. And so I'm going to plug that into the equation. I'm then going to multiply 15,010 by 1/2. So I either can multiply it by 1/2 or I can divide the number that I have by 2. Personally, I like to divide, and so I would go ahead and set that up off to the side again with my doodle math. 2 can go into 15 7 times. 2 can go into 10 5 times. 2 cannot go into 1, but 2 can go into 10. And so my answer, or the area, would be 7,505. And my unit is feet, and since I multiplied feet by feet, I would make that squared. Let's take a look at another type of triangle. In this particular triangle, I have fractions. And again, my equation is going to be the same. Area equals 1/2 base times height. And I'm going to go back through and I'm just going to fill in just like I did before. Area equals 1/2. My base is 4 1/2. And my height is 3 1/2. The first thing I'm going to multiply is the base and the height. And so off to the side, I have my doodle math that I'm going to use. I need to change these into improper fractions in order to multiply them. And so this becomes 9/2, and this becomes 7/2. 9 times 7 is 63. 2 times 2 is 4. So now I'm going to go back and add this to my equation. So 1/2 times 63/4. I'm then going to continue solving over here. 63/4 times 1/2 gets me 63/8. When I have fractions, I then need to make sure that I simplify. And so 63 divided by 8, 8 can go into 63 7 times, and that's 56. My denominator, or my remainder, becomes my numerator, and then my denominator is the number I'm dividing by. And so my final answer in this case would be 7/7 I see my unit is feet, and since I'm looking for area, it's going to be squared. The last type of problem that you're going to see with the triangle is where they give you the area, but we have to find the unknown value. And so again, we need to remember that the equation is area equals 1/2 base times height. And so what I'm going to do is plug in the information I have into this equation. So area is 225. I keep the 1/2. I see that I have the base, but I do not have the height. And so that will be my variable. And so I'm going to solve the first two things that I have on this side of the equation, which is 1/2 times 30. Again, I like to think of it as 30 divided by 2, which I know equals 15. And so now my equation looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and solve this algebraic equation. What is 225 divided by 15? Well, 15 can go into 22 one time, and 15 can go into 75 5 times. And so my answer is going to be 15. So the height equals 15. Now, since this is not the area, the only unit I would have to put would be inches. I then can go back and check my answer by plugging in 15 to the height and seeing what I would get. And so let's go ahead and do that with a different color. So 225 equals 1/2 times 30 times 15. 30 times 15 equals 450 times 1/2. Well, what is half of 450? 225. And so that's how I know that my answer is correct. What you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go to your notes that we completed the other day, and we're going to add to the bottom of this list. And so we're going to have a triangle, and what we're going to do is draw the triangle and write the equation, and then actually spell out what the equation means. And then under the example, we're going to draw another equation, and we're going to use the following dimensions. We're going to have 7 here, and our height is going to be 3. We're then going to go ahead and fill in the equation. Area equals 1/2 base times height. And I have my base is 7, my height is 3. If I extend this, 7 times 3 is 21. And then I have to figure out half of 21. And so I'm going to go ahead and do my doodle math. Two can go into 10. And so my area equals 10.5. And let's go ahead and just say that this is feet. This is feet, and so it would be feet squared. Once you have this all copied down, continue to hit play. Okay, what you're going to do now is we have our test prep question. Sarah's building a set of 4 shelves. We're going to copy down the entire question. We're then going to go ahead and use our formula, which is area equals 1/2 base times height, and we're going to solve. This will be a multi-step question since we're discussing 4 shelves versus 2. So you're going to want to pay attention to that as far as what you would have to do to your final answer. Once you have that copied down, your work shown, and answer selected, you may continue to hit play. Okay, finally, our essential question for today. How can you find the area of triangles? In your summary, I'm looking to see the formula stated that we would use. I'm also looking to see how you can solve for any type of triangle problems, whether it's finding the area or finding the unknown value. So we want to make sure we include that. And I'm really looking for a 3 to 5 sentence summary based on what we have discussed in this video. I look forward to discussing this with you in class.